The principle of building tandoor oven. To begin with, you need to choose the right location and the size of the tandoori. Set the brick in a circle and spray the inside. This would define the inside wall of the tandoori. Using stone grinder, make a rough surface on the base tiles platform. Spray some water to wash off the dust. To make the mortar, I use the following proportion: 3 kilos of sand, 3 kilos of cement, and 3 kilos of quartz. Then add about 1 kilos of tile adhesive and about 100 milliliters of acrylic bonding agent. Don't worry, I have listed the full details in the description down below. You can always refer to it when needed. Bricks should be completely immersed in water for a period of 6 to 12 hours. This prevents the newly laid mortar joints from drying out too quickly. The bricks would soak the water from the concrete too quickly, causing the mortar to dry prematurely and become brittle. Use the spirit level tool to ensure that the base layer is evenly placed. You can make small adjustments while the mortar is still wet, so carefully use it to make sure that you have an even base to your tandoor. Check every 4 to 5 bricks for the best results. Once you finish laying the first layer, fill in the gaps between the bricks with mortar. Let it dry until the following day before building the second layer. Building the second layer is quite an easy job. This layer is very important because it is going to be the bottom of the tandoori and has to be built perfectly. Now, you need to insulate the bottom of the tandoori. Cut a circular piece of rock wool and fit it inside, as you see in the video. Rock wool insulation is a type of thermal mineral wool insulation made from stone and other natural materials. It is commonly used to enhance energy efficiency in buildings by providing excellent thermal insulation. Rock wool or stone wool can withstand temperatures greater than 1,800 Fahrenheit, which is equivalent to 1,000 Celsius. Pave some bricks on the rock wool and fill in the gaps with mortar. We need to make sure our foundation is properly laid before moving up. The following day, build 2 parallel bricks rows in the center, about 6 inches apart, which is equivalent to 15 centimeters. This is called the ash trap tunnel. Make a wooden box for the ventilation opening, like this one. This ventilating door plays a vital role. By adjusting the opening, you control the airflow, influencing the intensity of the heat. Now, you set some bricks around, like I did in the video. Use the mortar to build the bricks, and make sure they are evenly leveled. Use any available broken bricks, along with mortar, to fill in the gaps. The quantities for making the mortar do not have to be the same as I mentioned before, but you can always divide the quantities by 2 or by 3, depending on the needed quantity. Therefore, you don't have to waste much mortar. I mentioned the quantities before, just for proportional purposes only. Now, we come to the indispensable tool for building the tandoori oven. It is called the Trammel tool, and you can easily make it by yourself. Its pole has to be precisely fixed in the center. I used a blue string to locate the center spot. By using this tool, you will guarantee to have the exact cylindrical shape of the tandoori oven. Replace the blue wire with a uniform straight rod. Assemble it as you see in the video. Use the spirit level when building every single brick. I am not a bricklayer, and I can do things slowly, but surely. I believe it's the right way to build such tandoor. Don't you think so? Please let me know your opinion by leaving me a comment down below. Can you see how the spirit level tool is doing its job? Notice how the air bubble is between the 2 black lines. Please follow these steps as you construct every layer. Careful construction is key to a safe and efficient tandoor. The dimensions of refractory bricks that I'm using are 200 mm by 100 mm by 65 mm, which are equivalent to about 8 inches by 4 inches by 2.5 inches. I have to cut them in half, so the layer will make a perfect circle. A refractory brick is designed mainly to withstand high heat, but should also usually have a low thermal conductivity to save energy. Please remember to build the bricks pattern like this. Building a tandoor may seem daunting, but the rewards are plentiful. It's a project that combines creativity, engineering, and the promise of delicious meals shared with loved ones. So, if you are ready to embark on an adventure, grab your bricks, roll up your sleeves, and get ready to build your own taste of tradition. When building the layer before the last two, elevate the bricks a little bit toward the inside, but maintain an even level all around. Leave the last two layers until you install the rock wool. Now, it's time for the insulation. Rock wool full-faced insulation is ideal for the tandoor. Wrap it all around the structure and tighten with metal wire to keep it still. Use the stainless steel wire mesh for the wrapping, and make sure it is tightly wrapped all around. This stainless steel wire mesh helps to reinforce the final cement layer and prevent cracking. This is especially important in tandoor because it frequently experiences high temperature cycles, as the expansion and contraction of the cement can cause cracks over time. Cover this wire mesh with a mortar coat. My trusty companions on this journey were bricks and rock wool installation. The bricks, strong and heat-resistant, formed the foundation of my tandoor sturdy structure. Rock wool, with excellent thermal installation properties, ensured that the heat stayed inside, working its magic on food. Building the tandoor was a meticulous process. Each brick was carefully laid, mortared together, and shaped into the classic cylindrical form. The rock wool was then layered strategically, creating a barrier to trap the heat and prevent cracks. Also, if you have the welding machine, the making of the metal cross and the grate are quite easy to make. A grate is the framework of metal bars at the bottom that holds the wood or coal, allowing the airflow from underneath it. Finally, the all-important is tandoor opening, a crucial element for controlling airflow and smoke, was constructed brilliantly. Fire some wood for a couple of hours in order to evaporate the moisture from the inside. Today, I am going to reduce the amount of heat loss by installing another layer of rock wool around the tandoor oven. rock wool full-faced insulation is ideal for the tandoor. Wrap it all around the tandoor and tighten with metal wire. Fold the extra top toward the inside, like I did in the video. Using a sharp blade, cut out the piece around the ventilation window at the bottom. Tightly wrap the stainless steel wire mesh. This stainless steel wire mesh helps to reinforce the final mortar layer and prevents cracking. This is especially important in building tandoor oven because it frequently experiences high temperature cycles, as the expansion and contraction of the cement can cause cracks over time. Pour some clean water on the bricks and on the old mortar before you start putting the new mortar, because the dried bricks would soak the water from the mortar too quickly, causing the mortar to dry prematurely and become brittle. To make sure that all is wet, place some soaked clothes on the needed locations. My mortar consists of 20 liters of quartz or sand, 10 liters of limestone sand, 2 liters of tile adhesive, 10 liters of white Portland limestone cement, 2 liters of acrylic bonding agent. Add the acrylic bonding agent to clean water and mix until it becomes smooth. Cover the whole wire mesh with a mortar coat. Press hard every time you put the mortar, so there would be no gaps or air pockets between the wire mesh and the foil. Please notice the top cover of the tandoor I had installed to double covers, with ceramic fiber insulation in between every two covers. Also, you can see the video on this channel. After 3 to 5 hours, mix some of the acrylic bonding agent with some water. Using a clean sponge, soak hand rub for smoothing in the surface. I would appreciate it so much if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I was so excited to edit and post this video very quickly. So, on my next coming video, I shall measure the inside temperature versus outside temperature, just to find out how much I reduced heat loss. I would appreciate it so much if you could like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Tandoori cooking is based on radiant heat from the inside wall. Therefore, in order to retain high temperature inside, and to prevent any heat loss, the top cover has to be insulated properly. So, please pay attention and do what I did. To start with, you will need to have 2 aluminum plates. One is slightly bigger than the other. Place a layer of ceramic fiber inside the smaller plate. This insulating fiber should exactly fit between the plates. This is done, as shown in the video. This material has superior heat controlling properties, which is why it works so well as an insulator. Fasten the plates together using screws and bolts. For lifting up the plate easily, we fasten 2 opposite 90-degree angled shape brackets. This plate for covering the inner wall of the tandoori. Now, we do the same thing to the outer wall of the tandoori. I have been using the outer cover for quite some time, as you can see. So by using the 2 top covers, there would not be much heat loss from the inside. Usually, the inside temperature of tandoori can reach up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 480 degrees Celsius. Therefore, you don't need to burn a lot of wooden logs in order to maintain moderate temperature, especially if you are cooking a small meal. Please pay attention to the 2 fastened plates and their sizes.
Please activate the caption settings and select any desired language for this video. If you would like to know the principle of building tandoori, the link is listed in the description.
Here, I have a temperature of about 300 Celsius, approximately 570 Fahrenheit. This temperature is enough to roast 20 marinated quails. Cover the top of the tandoori with the small insulated double plates on the inner wall. Also, the second insulated double plates, as well. As an extra cover, I have placed the sage on top. This is an option if available. Finally, the tandoori oven has to be completely sealed in order to do its work. We add the moist clay to seal off the top completely. I would appreciate it so much if you could subscribe to my channel. Please activate subtitles for translation. The making of wood-fired pizza oven. Choose the desired location and outline the area. The area of mine was about 140 centimeters by 170 centimeters, which is equivalent to 4 feet 7 inches by 5 feet 7 inches. Cut and weld metal tubes together and place them over the outlined area. Use the spirit level to make it evenly leveled. Now, by using the stone grinder, make a rough surface on the tiles underneath the metal frame. Wash off the dust and put back the metal tube frame. I used a 3 by 6 centimeters rectangular steel tubes to reinforce the foundation. Make sure that the metal tube is placed properly between the 2 furring strips, which are about 15 centimeters apart. Pour the mortar in between the furring strips and underneath the tube frame as well. The foundation now is solid rock and ready to build the bricks. Let it dry for overnight before removing the furring strips. For building the bricks, I use the mortar with white Portland limestone cement. Of course, the bricks have to be wet before construction. Otherwise, the mortar exhibits brittle failure. Give it some time to dry after building each row. The brick dimension is 40 by 20 by 15 centimeters. We can use such sections as storage for wood logs. Once you finish 3 rows, cut and install the wooden sheets to support the concrete slab. Use spirit level tool to make sure that the wooden sheets are leveled with the bricks tops. Nail and fix the wood furring strips in order to hold the concrete slab inside them. Before adding the concrete slab, please make sure that there are no holes or gaps inside the frame. Now, place the wire mesh grid inside the frame and lift it up about 1/3 of the slab thickness from the bottom by placing some stone under the mesh. This ensures that the mesh is actually in the concrete rather than laying on the bottom, which is practically pointless. The concrete slab consists of Portland white cement, quartz silica sand, and gravel. White cement is stronger or harder, more cohesive, and durable. Water the slab every couple of hours, and the following day remove the wood furring strips. Now, we need to insulate the oven floor. So we'll pave the base area of the oven with pebble bricks. Their dimensions are 60 by 25 by 7 centimeters. Pebble blocks perform as highly effective insulators because they contain air pockets that help with thermal insulation. Make a model of the oven with a polystyrene sheet and put it on the pebble blocks. Outline its shape with a pencil and cut accordingly. You can use a stone grinder or hand saw to do the cutting. When you do the cutting, please use a face mask to avoid inhaling dust. Please activate subtitles for translation. I would appreciate it so much if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Once you finish the cutting, we have to use the high-temp refractory cement. This refractory cement has a fireproof up to 1450 degrees Celsius. Because changes in the temperature of concrete can cause cracking. As the concrete gets hotter, it expands, and as concrete gets cooler, it contracts. This continuous variation of heat will cause cracks in the concrete. Therefore, you would never worry about getting cracks in this concrete platform. By using the refractory cement along with pebble blocks, this concrete platform is going to last much longer. In the long run, your grandchildren will be using this oven as well. The refractory bricks have to be soaked in water before use, or until there are no more air bubbles coming up. Otherwise, bricks will start absorbing water from the wet mortar and become brittle. A herringbone pattern is a standard layout for brick oven floors. Herringbone. Due to its visual similarity to the bone structure of a herring fish. Cut the extra edges, as outlined in the video. Lay some bricks vertically around the oven floor. Fill in the gaps with little pieces of brick sand mortar. The floor bricks dimensions are 200 by 100 by 65 millimeters, while the others are 200 by 100 by 100 millimeters. So it should look something like this. Made beautifully, nice, and neat, don't you think so? Please leave your comment. The diameter of the circle, or the oven, is about 100 centimeters. Now, we come to the indispensable tool of making the oven dome. The Trammel tool. This tool is made from a wheel, and it's the right one to help you build the dome of oven. It is very easy to assemble, and in order to make your own Trammel tool, please pay attention here in this video. Use the wooden wedges to elevate each brick from its back. The trammel is screwed on 1 meter long piece of wood and fixed in the center of the oven. By the way, pay attention to the bricks here, where the door stops. The refractory cement that I am using now for the mortar is different from the previous one. It's calcium aluminate cement, made in Turkey. Thanks to its superior resistance to high temperatures. Those are wooden wedges for bricks elevation. The bricks have been cut in halves, and their dimensions now are 10 by 10 by 10 millimeters. Please pay attention that the bricks are to be built using this pattern. Cut a small piece of wood sheet to the desired size and shape of the oven door, and build the arch accordingly. You need to lift up the door sample by placing some wooden wedges under. Once the arch got dry, remove them to get the model door out of its place. The hardening, or curing, continues as long as moisture remains in the bricks and the cement. So, keep watering them continuously. The narrower the dome opening it becomes, the wider the space between two bricks. Fill these gaps with thin cuts of bricks, along with mortar. Also, build the sides of the doorway and the outer wooden door model as well. Taste evenly with refractory cement all around the exterior dome wall. Complete building the dome. Build the outer arch and the base for the chimney. Make furring strips for the chimney base, and fill it in with refractory mortar. Fire some wood logs for quite some time to evaporate the moisture. Please make sure that moisture has been completely evaporated before installing the insulation material. The ceramic fiber is the best insulation material for such a wood-fired oven. I bought the whole blanket for only $75. Its dimensions are 7,200 by 610 by 25 millimeters. This quantity was more than enough for coating the oven. Please handle ceramic fiber with care, because it can cause skin and upper respiratory irritation. In order to reinforce the final cement layer, wrap it completely with metal wire mesh, use the brick thickness, and lift it up a little bit from the concrete platform. Install stainless steel tube and flue. Here, we can drill and fix screws. Tie strings to them in order to hold tight the metal wire mesh. Please pay attention to the video so you can understand what I mean. I would appreciate it so much if you could like, share, and subscribe to my channel. After fixing the strings, fill in the space with mortar and pave with bricks. Now, make a scratch coat on the mesh. A scratch coat is a layer of mortar or plaster applied to a wall surface before the final finish coat is applied. The purpose of this level is to provide a surface for the finish to adhere to, and to help even out any irregularities in the surface of such exterior walls. This was an update of the video, the principle of making wood-fired pizza oven. It is with a speech that is translated into all languages and has more detailed information. I would appreciate it so much if you could write me your opinion in a comment down below. In this video, I will show you how to increase the heat retention in the wood-fired oven, so watch carefully until the end. Your subscription to my channel is sincerely appreciated. Thank you. Ceramic fiber is a highly effective insulation material that offers numerous advantages when used in applications like pizza ovens. Its unique properties make it an excellent choice for improving heat retention and overall performance. It can withstand extremely high temperatures without melting or losing its insulating properties. This is crucial for pizza ovens, which often reach temperatures well over 800 degrees Fahrenheit for 127 degrees Celsius. By using ceramic fiber, you can significantly reduce heat loss through the oven door, ensuring that the interior remains consistently hot and ideal for cooking. Ceramic fiber has a low thermal conductivity, meaning it is a poor conductor of heat. This means that it effectively blocks heat from escaping the oven, helping to maintain a stable temperature. By trapping heat inside the oven, ceramic fiber contributes to faster cooking times and more evenly cooked pizzas. I would appreciate it so much if you could like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The heat inside the oven would not penetrate the ceramic fiber. Therefore, there will be a negligible amount of heat loss. Spray some heat resistance paint. If you may have noticed, I have doubled the thickness of the ceramic fiber. The oven temperature now should last for more than 72 hours. I will have to test the temperature of the inside and outside doors. The inside door's temperature is almost 400 degrees Celsius. While the outside door's temperature is almost 30 degrees Celsius.